Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Medina and in today's video we're going to spend 3 amazing days in Naples, Italy. We're going to check so many amazing food spots, also many attractions and a day trip to Pompeii and Vesuvius. So stay with me if you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash the subscribe button right now and let's start the tour. We have just landed at Naples airport and we bought our bus tickets for Olibus. It was €5 per person and with this we can go into the city center. So the first stop of the day is supposed to be a famous Napolitan pizza, but unfortunately it started to pouring, so I hope we're going to get there soon. We just arrived to Pizzeria da Michele, which is one of the oldest pizza places in whole Napoli. Because it's super popular, you have to get a number if you want to sit down inside, but if you want your pizza for takeaway, you can stand in the other line. Right now the waiting time is going to be around 20-30 minutes, what is pretty nice. So yeah, right now we are going to stand there and waiting for our turn. Now we are just 2 numbers away. It's so cool. Finally, it's coming our time to go in and check out this famous pizza.
This pizzeria was founded in 1817 and since they are serving the best pizza in Naples. There are only 3 options, so you don't have to think a lot to choose. Pizza Napoletana is always hand-kneaded, never rolled. It is baked in a hot wooden fire oven and not overloaded with toppings, but all ingredients are fresh and high quality. This pizzeria became even more famous after the Eat, Pray, Love movie of Julia Roberts.
And finally the pizza just have arrived. It looks so good, it's huge, so let's eat. We have just came out from the pizzeria. It was amazing. It actually was the hype. And right now we are heading to accommodation to drop the bags and continuing the city tour. It's so funny that the houses are super close here. As you can see, there are only like 3 meters between the 2 houses and the street is right underneath. You can basically waving for your neighbors or I don't know, like having dinner together, so it's really funny. We are just walking at Via del Tribunali and you can find here so many coffee shops, cakes, pastries, souvenirs and so many stuff. This is really a lively street, so I recommend you to come here. And this is our way to our next stop, which is going to be a cathedral. We just wanted to visit the Santa Maria di Asuna church, but it seems closed, so right now we are heading to the next destination. We have also wanted to visit the Veiled Christ statue, but actually it's sold out for the day. So this is not a lucky day for us for sightseeing.
At least we have looked into the Santa Maria Maggiore Basilica, what is always in the guides.
After some failure with the churches, we were starting to search for another program and right now we are going on an underground tour here in Naples. To this tour you can book your space online or you just can come here, stand in the line and waiting for the next tour to start. Such a narrow path.
On this tour you will find yourself in a tunnel system 40 meters below the surface and learn a lot about the fascinating history of Naples.
It's time to get some sweets, so right now we're going to test out with Frugi the room baba. How do you like it? Nice?
Yes.
Good?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a bite as well. Oh, there's a plenty of room inside actually. This is really alcoholic, but it's nice, it's sweet, and this is not the original version because you can also see some cream inside. So let's try it out. This is a nice stuff. Admiring the streets of Naples. It's get dark, it's already more than 8 p.m. right now, so we will go and get some dinner. After the decent dinner, it's time to finish the day. We're going to continue from here tomorrow. See you! Good morning, welcome back. Unfortunately, during the night it was a huge storm, so right now we are just hoping and fingers crossed that the weather is not going to be terrible, as today we are heading to Pompeii and Vesuvius, so wish us luck. On the way to the train station we have stopped at the famous sfogliatelle Atanasio to get a famous sfogliatelle. I'm really interested in, it's still warm, so it looks really good. It's super crispy and the ricotta filling is beautiful. I like it. Come here and test it.
You can easily visit Pompeii by train from the Garibaldi station. It is only a 30-minute ride and costs €4.8 per person for one way.
From this train station, the closest entrance to the park is going to be via the amphitheater, and this is about a 10-minute walk from the station. As we arrived early for the opening, the line is not big, so we just came here and bought the tickets. It was €18 per person for the express one, and this is going to be enough for us because we also want to visit Vesuvius as well. We have just stepped into the amphitheater, and this is one of the most well-preserved amphitheaters in the whole world, and it was accepting 20,000 people, and they came here to watching gladiator games and other sports events, so this must be an exciting but cruel place as well.
Pompeii was destroyed by the eruption of Vesuvius almost 2,000 years ago, but the ashes preserved the city and the remains of the escaping people as well.
These big stone roads are pretty impressive, and all the houses around, this is really a major historical site, and you can feel that you are part of these ancient times, so I highly recommend you to come here to Pompeii. I think this is a must-visit tour if you are checking Naples. After visiting the ruins, we had a quick lunch, and right now we are running to catch the bus because it's going in 6 minutes to Vesuvius. You can find the bus station right in front of the amphitheater entrance of Pompeii. The tickets cost €3.80 per person, and I suggest you to check out the timetable before you're going to have lunch, so you will know when to come back and when the bus is going to go. And a 1-hour bus ride later, we are up here on the Vesuvius, and right now we are going on the trail to go exactly up to the crater. And yes, the rain catched us in here again. We are so happy. Here we are, arrived to the crater!
The Vesuvius is one of the most studied and well-known volcanoes in the world and the symbol of Naples. Its highest peak is reaching 1,277 meters, and it takes around 40 minutes to reach the crater. On the top you can warm up yourself with a coffee or tea and admire the view to the bay, well, of course, if it's not covered by the clouds.
The weather is changing super quickly up here. Right now the sun is shining, but you can see that right behind me a huge cloud is coming again, and it's going to be so foggy that we're not going to see anything. So it's crazy up here. We arrived back to the bottom of the volcano, so right now we're going to hop on that bus again and heading back to the train station and go to Naples. And we are back to Napoli. Actually, the sun is shining finally, so we are hoping that it's going to keeping it also for tomorrow. Right now it's 6:15, so we're going to get back to the accommodation for a little bit and after having some dinner. We are back on the street and right now we're going to check out this place, Trattoria Don Vincenzo. We found it on Google and it had really good ratings, so let's see the food. This is starting good as we get some complimentary wine because we have to wait for our tables. I like that. This was a super long day. We eat a very good meal for finalizing it. Right now we are going to sleep and continuing tomorrow with our last day here in Napoli. See you tomorrow. Good morning! We are back and finally we have a warm and sunny day here in Naples. So we are starting the day outside drinking a good coffee and getting some amazing pistachio product. We have decided to drop the bags to have a comfortable day. We came here to the Garibaldi station and drop the bags in this place. We get a ticket and we're going to pay by hour when we're arriving back. So right now let's start our last day in Naples. Today is Saturday and as you can see the crowd is crazy. On the other days was much better, so if you have the chance, come on a weekday because the weekend is super busy. And finally we arrived to the first stop of the day, which is going to be Monastery di Santa Chiara. The most famous part of this monastery are the hand-painted tiles, which were actually painted by a nun who was living here. And as you can see, all these columns and the benches are painted. They are beautiful, and all these paintings are showing some of the segments of the city life of Naples.
Around the garden you can also see frescoes from the 17th century. There is a small exhibition and you can visit the church as well.
15-minute walk later you can find even two major attractions. One of them is the Fontana di Nettuno and the other one is right behind me, the Castel Nuovo. To be honest, I thought that we're going to have much more stuff to see in this castle. The view was nice, but maybe Castel del Ovo is a better choice, but unfortunately that one is closed at the moment, so I cannot make a comparison. The past few days we have been sitting in a few restaurants here in Naples, and to be honest it was so interesting that the waiters were pretty mean, sometimes even rude. What I didn't expect here in Italy, so this was a surprise for me. At last night's place everything was fine, but in other cases they weren't helpful. We really needed to wait a lot to order, also to pay and for everything. So yeah, interesting. We have finished with the lunch, but the food was pretty mid-range, so I not really recommending this place. This is why I'm not going to mention it. But right now we are heading to check out Galleria Umberto 1. I have to admit that this shopping place is truly beautiful. You can find here several stores, some coffee and confectionery. So yeah, come here and check it out. It's beautiful architecture. just a few minutes away from Galleria Umberto I, you can find yourself on Piazza del Plebiscito, and on the other side you can also see the Royal Palace of Naples. From the square you can have just a few minutes walk and you will find yourself next to the sea and have a spectacular view to the Vesuvius. As I mentioned previously, the Castel del Ovo is unfortunately closed, but the area around it's really charming, so come here anyway and walk around. And everybody knows that you cannot visit Italy without eating a good gelato, so this is what we are doing now. Walking in Napoli, it's like being in some coordinated chaos because there are tons of people and sometimes you have the feeling that a Vespa is going to kill you, but just be confident and nobody's going to hit you and you can go wherever you want. Alright guys, here is the end of today's video. We still have a great pizza for takeaway and right now we are heading back to the station, picking up our bags and catching our flight. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, don't forget to smash that like button, also subscribe to the channel, and we're going to explore new places in the next video. See you!